underrepresented on these college campuses. So let me tell you, the colleges are salivating to get a table at an event like this, where it's like one-stop shopping, and you can see 400 brown boys who are eligible to be admitted into your universities. So we get no arguments from the colleges, right? So we don't really get that often, not at all. I mean, because people, if they watch the news, they know why this is necessary. Oh yeah. Any other questions? Yes.
What about? I heard you talk about colleges and universities in the upstate area that y'all have some of y'all students going to.
Right.
When they go off to college in some of these universities, how do they maintain some type of network with the 100? How are y'all able to assist them as they're going through that whole transition from high school to college and beyond?
So there's a couple of things, right? One, in recent years, we've been doing a transition to college workshop series for all of our students. We know that our guys who are in opportunity programs, they're already taken care of, right? They have mandatory 6-week programs on that college campus where they're getting all the supports and services that they need. Our concern is really about the guys who don't have access and exposure to those programs. So what we've been doing is, before they actually graduate from school, we'll do a series of workshops, really getting those young men to prepare themselves for that transition to college. And one of the things that we do incredibly well is leveraging our alums, right? I can tell them what to expect until I'm blue in the face, but I'm an old dude, right? But if I bring in someone that's closer in age, and they'll say the exact same thing, it's the gospel. So what we do is we put together panels of students across grade levels in terms of their journey, right? Students who are freshmen, sophomore, juniors, seniors, and we also have some students who are in grad school and also in the world of work. Putting together a panel with structured questions. So we start out with the structured questions and something specific for each level, and then we kind of open up the floor for the students. And let me tell you, those sessions go on average 2 hours, right? Because the kids have so many questions, and kind of hearing it from someone that's kind of closer in the journey, it's incredibly impactful. So that's one of the things that we've done. And let me tell you, the 100 Black Men have done a tremendous job. They have a scholarship program, and the students actually get on a monthly scholarship call, right? And they basically kind of navigate, like, what challenges they may be having on campus. And so it's almost like a support group, if you will. So they actually do that on a monthly basis with the scholarship recipients.
What do that look like? You mean they get on the phone?
No, it's like a dial-in number, conference call number. They kind of send out that information. The kind of kids check in, right? And then honestly, you got to do those in order to, I think, get your money released, right? So you kind of have to have, like, some type of built-in incentive, right? So, but that's an area that a lot of folks are really struggling with, but there's a lot of funding behind, right? The whole persistence piece, like, what are folks doing around persistence? So I'm actually part of a group now that's funded by the Robin Hood Foundation. Ernst & Young is one of the leaders. They have this program called College Map. So it's like literally about 10 to 12 CBOs who are navigating this persistence space. So it's been a sharing of best practices, and we're trying to figure out how we could actually form our own coalition to better support our young people. Young people coming out of the New York City area, a lot of these guys, males and females, are going to college together. So how do we connect them early and start to really build those support networks before they even step foot on the college campus, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a matter of having that connection, having that anchor, and we've realized that we're in this for a lifetime. Yeah. It's not a matter of just high school graduation, college graduation. Even if our young men graduate from college, they're still going back to under-resourced communities and households. Exactly. They don't have the connections, if you will. Oh, just call Uncle Johnny and he can set you up with a job. We don't really have that, right? So we have to be that for our young men. It's not a matter of hand-holding, it's a matter of really getting them to recognize and leveraging the resources and teaching them how to really network and move in the world. So that's critically important as well.
One of the things I leave you with, particularly with the 7 young men that you currently have at Syracuse University, we'd be more than happy to provide some resources and connection for them up there. So, I'll leave my...
Please, let me get your contact information. As a matter of fact, Kendies Moore is currently he's going to be a rising junior on that campus. He was in a mentoring program for all 4 years, And he just shared with Mr. Barnett that he's actually starting his own mentoring program on Syracuse University's campus because he was so inspired by
I
that.
heard something already.
So Kendies Moore is our graduate that's currently there that's doing
As a
it.
matter of fact,
I would love to kind of connect you guys so that
Yes.
they can have some resources and some
I
connections.
just
there.
heard that this past week they're doing something, and the brother's name Kendi Moore?
Kendies Moore.
Because I think Kemet, I saw Kemet last week.
Oh, yeah?
And I think Kemet's in that program, helping out, and some other young brother that was in our program.
Wow, okay.
He was in our program, at that time, we were called manual training.
Got it.
But it was still but we changed the name to Step 1, but he was one of our young brothers. And I think they're in there together.
Get out of here. So let's exchange information so that way we can
no
kind of
doubt, no doubt.
put all of that together.